Hey yo, bow, 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 bow. We
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
are back, ladies and gentlemen, with another episode of Dougal and Coach. That's Dougal,
Yerp.
and I'm Coach, and we're here to bring you some laughter, a little entertainment, maybe some education, and just encourage you to stick to the fundamentals of health and chase after your goals. Burr,
Preach.
burr, burr,
Preach,
burr.
my brother. Go ahead. Hey, man. Happy to see you, man. Hope you are having a great day, sir.
It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure, man. Good to see you. Dougal and I are part of a fasting group right now. We're going 10 days strong, utilizing a couple fasting techniques just to get the
Mm-hmm.
system kind of rolling in a different pattern. It's been great. Well, let me not speak for both of us. It's been good, challenging, but good for me. Dougal, how's it been for you?
I'm actually having a wonderful time. Mainly because I love it when I feel nice and light, and that alternate day in between is been a blessing. Like I feel just nice and light every day, and it's what I've been chasing for years.
That's dope. That's dope. What he's referring to, ladies and gentlemen, is we're utilizing alternate day fasting in
Mm-hmm.
combo with a couple movements and just some group accountability. Uh, right now, working pretty well for a lot of people in the group. If that's something you're ever interested in, we do it periodically with a group of folks. We open it up to the public, so make sure that you follow us on Instagram, and we'll announce it there. We'll also probably announce it on our show if you follow us there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Dougal,
Yes,
quick
sir.
update. What's going on with your health journey, man?
Oh man. Well, as you know, I've been tackling this CrossFit lifestyle the last few weeks. And I will say this past week was probably my best week in the gym.
What does that
Um,
mean?
I didn't die at the end of each workout. Like I was feeling more energized than I was really beat. Now, don't get me wrong. I did a lot of cardio today, or not sorry, today, this week, and it wasn't my favorite thing to do in the world. But in particular, that Friday workout that we had, I left there going, "Oh my God, I just made it through all of that," and had enough energy left for the day. So by far, I think I'm in the greatest shape of my life, if I'm being honest, as a 30-year-old. Um, and this Dougal, he a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, you say didn't die. Clearly, you're still alive. So, what do you
Nah,
mean by
man.
didn't
So
die?
yeah. I'll be more specific. I'm just being silly. Um, when I first started, I found it that my stamina was not where it needed to be, and I was definitely tapping out. In terms of form, breathing, keeping my core tight, all of those things that those cues that I would keeping track of, I would be like, all right, I just got to get through, and I'll lay on the ground for a while because I'm just trying to catch my breath. But I say this past week, my endurance is improving, my stamina is improving. Man, I went running. I don't really run, so I held my own. Focused on my breath and keeping those cues and got my 30-second handstand in.
Yeah,
Doing doing
congratulations.
doing those movements. So yeah,
And let me
that's what I've
break
been.
that down for from with a coach's perspective, kind
Hmm.
of a little bit more technically, and so you guys can understand what's happening here. So, Dougal built a foundation. All right. Now, stamina, cardio, what a lot of people use those words interchangeably. Endurance, they
Hmm.
use it interchangeably. What we're simply talking about here is the ability to perform the task at hand for an extended period of time at a particular level. All right, so we can do that, and let's say you're just walking. Right, maybe for some people, walking taxes their endurance pretty quickly, and for some people, they can walk all day. But if they start maybe semi jogging, then it will tax their endurance. For some
Hmm.
people, they can jog all day. When they start maybe running, then they can tax their endurance. For some people, they can run all day. They start sprinting, it tax their endurance. Where they can start. So there's different levels, right?
Yeah.
Different levels to that. And so I think a lot of people maybe don't have that technical understanding of what's
Hmm.
happening there. Now, You've built a foundation at a particular level. And what we mean by that is strength, control, stability, and endurance at those levels. And now you're testing your body at a much higher level, which includes, increasing the amount of work being done, decreasing the
Definitely.
level of rest, and also going ahead and increasing the intensity of the work as well, and then adding the component of endurance to it as well. So all of those things are at work, and that's what he's talking about there. Is that right, or am I off base?
First of all, that was definitely way more eloquently said than I did. But yes, you're right on track. That is it. You hit the nail on the head for um in terms of all that you just said. So yeah.
Bet. Well, it's called Dougal and Coach for a reason. You do it, I explain it. All right. So appreciate you, man, for sharing your experience. For anybody that's starting out, obviously you're not going to start out at that level. Dougal didn't start out at that level. Nobody starts out at that level. You build a foundation and you get there. And the key ingredient there is consistency of
Mhm.
effort over time, consistently of improving, consistently of getting better, etc. So speaking of consistency, bro, we're in the holiday season. Happy Thanksgiving coming up here pretty soon.
Mhm.
We've had a couple debates on this here turkey and drumsticks flat. We're not gonna go there today. We're not gonna go there today. All right.
Yeah,
Although
yeah, yeah.
flats are better than drumsticks, that's okay. You leave your opinions in the comments. All right. We're not gonna go there. Turkey's the driest bird out there. We're not gonna go there today. It is what it is. All right.
All right. All
It
right.
is what
Hey,
it
it's
is.
your
We're just
opinion.
gonna
It's your
stick. Hey,
opinion.
hey,
I
listen.
won't.
I'm just here to stay fast. We're gonna stick. We're gonna stick to this. We're gonna stick to what we're here to talk about. Consistency, man. Speaking of consistency, holiday season. We're about to go. We're in the holiday gauntlet.
Mm,
Halloween to Easter. It's the
mm,
time where people really, 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 really struggle, and it's a slow death. So, Dougal,
yeah.
what are some of the things that keep people from being consistent, especially at this time of season? What are some of the obstacles that you've noticed, both personally and also just in general?
Well, personally speaking, I know work is a big thing. It's holiday season. There's a lot of like final last minute pushes on projects and different tasks you have to do. People may put that as a priority, so they tend to put their health on the back burner. Um, Obviously, family, friends, having to go socialize, meet up with people. This time of year, there's always those Friendsgivings. Never been to one personally, but I know they like to have little potlucks and holiday parties. Um, Kids taking up, school performances. My 2-year-old had a school performance the other day. I'm on. Hey, they sang. They tried.
What did that look like? They were singing, they were playing little maracas.
Yeah,
What was they
yeah,
doing?
yeah. They stood up in a little group, little 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, just singing about pumpkins and stuff. But
Pumpkins.
but anyway, like all of these events and things are coming up, so it takes away, and then I think a big thing is people just don't know that it's okay to not do the traditional thing and eat a whole lot. Like it's okay to make less and eat
No,
less.
no, stop it. You're
Come
you're you're
on,
you're
man.
you're you're anti-American. You're anti-holiday. What are you talking about? We got to clean that up. What do you mean, man? You mean people shouldn't have fun with family members? People shouldn't celebrate. What is
I
this
think
not?
I
What is
think
that? You got to break it down.
personally speaking, and listen, I was there. I feel like I'm able to say this.
All right, speak from personal experience.
This is my opinion, people. Don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? This is
Come
just
at
me.
him at Dougal 876.
But there's no need to go back, to make the turkey sandwich with the stuffing on top. The stuffing is already bread. You know what I mean? You gonna put bread on bread and
Well,
make
first
a
of all, that
leftover.
sounds dry. That's dry on dry. All right, we
Nah,
don't.
that's why you smother it with the turkey gravy. Anyway, once again, I
No.
was I was once there. Point of the matter is, you guys, or everyone out there listening, you eat all this food and then you realize, oh man, I'm dead tired. The itis catches you. I wonder why that is. I'm guilty of it too, bro. I used to I'll crush, plates of Thanksgiving food and Christmas food. But then the last couple of years it's dawned on me like, why am I doing this to myself? if I'm really about this progress and I'm really taking my health seriously, why am I going back for a third slice of pie? So
Because it's delicious.
that is true. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you're gonna just enjoy all of that food, at least I remember we talked about this in the past. Maybe you can speak more to it. But I think I forgot how you explained it, so I'm gonna kind of see if I can jog your brain a little bit. But you kind of do whatever fasting or preparation and said, okay, if I'm gonna eat this, I need to do this thing. Like you got to have that in the bank. Like, hey, if I'm gonna eat a second plate of food, I know that either I gotta get an extra workout in, or I gotta fast. I gotta do some sort of prep to deal with that tax that this food is gonna take from me. And some that's the analogy I got anyway.
All right, let me clean that up for y'all. I
Please,
appreciate
please.
you. Appreciate you. Player coach, player coach. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, when you look at food, when you look at in the sense of overconsumption, a couple of things are true. Like if whether you're worried about weight, whether you're worried about internal things, right? Diseases,
Mm-hmm.
right? Cholesterol, diabetes, insulin resistance, all types of things relate back to food, right? There are two main things sort of at play here, and that's calories, overconsumption of calories, and then hormones, what your body tells itself to do with those calories that are coming in. Obviously, quality of food also matters, right? So, quality of
Mm-hmm.
food also matters. But let's deal with the first one. The first one being calories. If you know you're going to have a large meal on Thanksgiving, well, you have a certain amount of chips to utilize. So go ahead and save up those chips, if you will, and then
Mm-hmm.
utilize them at Thanksgiving. Then on Thanksgiving Day, you know you're going to have a big meal. Why would you? It's you're heading for disaster if you eat breakfast, eat lunch, eat snacks, and then also have a big meal. Now your chips are all gone and you're in debt. All right, your chips
Mm-hmm.
are all gone, and then you're in debt, and you're for sure gonna eat tomorrow too because you've got leftovers that are
Mm-hmm.
delicious, and then you're gonna eat leftovers for like a week, and then you're back, and then the next thing you know, this adds up month after month. You go from Thanksgiving, then you repeat it for Christmas, then you repeat it for New Year's, then you repeat it for Valentine's Day, then you repeat it for Easter, then you repeat it for March because why not? Blah 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 blah. And the next thing you know, for most of the year, you're overeating and losing chips. So
Mm-hmm.
utilize this very simple strategy. Save up your chips, right? Make sure you train in the morning, right? And if at all possible, all right, if you have some sort of and we'll talk about that next time. Actually, we'll talk about that next time. But for me personally, I utilize a balance before my meals, especially this Thanksgiving. Because we're in a season now where things are,
Mm-hmm.
as Dougal will say, very interesting. Um,
That is right.
so utilizing that for hormone control, I think will make a big difference. So that's that. And if you have any questions about that, make sure you comment. So we'll get back to you from a player's perspective,
Mm-hmm.
Dougal, and from a coach's perspective, my perspective. Dougal, what did I miss?
The only thing I would say is touch on the other part of the holiday season, which is the alcohol slash beer consumption.
Okay, that is fair. That is fair. I always say, or I'm saying, watch your beverages, right? Watch your beverages. If you're going to consume adult beverages on the day of, we don't need to start at 9 a.m. It's not necessary.
It's not college no more.
Yeah, it's not necessary. When you hitting 28, 29, 30, 32, 34, like, 40, like, you don't need to be starting at 9, 10,
Mhm,
11, right? Enjoy. And unlike Dougal, who's a tough one right here. I'm not saying don't enjoy. I'm saying enjoy, but enjoy with some sense around it. Okay. Let's
mhm,
start around, a little later. Again, let's conserve our chips. All right.
mhm,
Not too late, not too early. All right. So these things seem so simple, but when implemented, they're highly effective. And we're not gonna go utilize complex methods when we have the fundamentals right in front of us. So watch your beverages and enjoy, but enjoy guilt free because you know you're doing things well. What else we got, Dougal? Is that it?
I think that's it, man. Just it just goes back to consistency. If you're doing the right things, this is just a part of it. Just holiday season makes it no difference, or should make no difference, whether it's your regular week or week of Thanksgiving. Just stay consistent.
That's dope. That's dope. Listen, we're here. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. All right. You can follow us on Instagram. Obviously, on any platform you see us, you see our handles here on the screen. And for 2023, we're actually putting together a bundle for folks that want to go ahead and take the very first step, right, towards what do they call a new year, new me, or whatever it is for you.
Yeah, new year, new me.
Yeah, maybe you're elevating, right? We're putting together a bundle for folks to kick off. If you are interested in hearing more about that, either comment 2023 or reach out to one of us in the direct messages, as they say. And we'll be more than happy to share that with you. But this right here is probably one of the craziest offers anywhere on the internet. I guarantee it.
I think you got to pick a different word than crazy, because crazy is an understatement, bro.
That is, you know what? I'll look. I'll read up in the dictionary and see what else I could come up
You
with.
may
But
have to make up a word. That's where it's at.
it's fundamentalist. Right? It's computabaros. All right, that's probably it for us today. All right, we appreciate you joining us for another episode of Dougal and Coach. That's Dougal.
All right.
And I'm Coach. Till next time, peace.
Peace.